I just spent the morning paying bills and I'm done. Like, I'm done. I don't care anymore, and here's what needs to happen. One of you needs to move to Regina, Saskatchewan, Canada, and marry me. You don't need to love me. Hell, you barely even need to hang out with me. We can be like most normal married couples and not have sex and barely talk. But we can split the bills. And who knows? Who knows? I'm not cooking. I don't go in the kitchen. But I'm a pretty good cuddler, if that even comes up. You live your life, I'll live my life. Sure, we share a bed because I have a small house and there's not a lot of bedrooms. But that's okay. We can learn. We can learn to love each other. Or not. But we will be less poor. Less poor.
Speak for yourself.
Swear to God, if a man even utters a single word to me ever again in my entire life, I'll fucking smash them in the fucking face. Don't speak to me! Go away! Go away! Leave me alone! Leave me alone! Leave me to live my life in peace! Bye! I can't. No man ever speaks to me ever again.
She's crazy.
I just got home from Pilates and the girl next to me was talking about how she broke up with her boyfriend 3 months ago and met this new guy like 2 weeks later, and they're like madly in love and just loving life together. And I'm obviously so happy for her. And I love that she was like so passionately telling the whole class about this story. But a part of me was super sad. And it was because I've been single for 3 years and I've gone on probably 400 first dates, and my friends can back that up. And I have not been able to find a connection at all with anyone. And the common denominator in this is me. And when you hear about, these other lovely women who break up with their boyfriends and immediately find a boyfriend again, you're just like, okay, it just reaffirms that it is you, but is it me? And now I'm like, am I the problem? Or maybe I'm not in touch with my sexuality? And it makes me question a lot of things about how I'm dating and how I approach dating. So anyways, I don't mean to be a Debbie Downer, but I'm sure there are other women out there that have experienced this. I keep reminding myself that the universe does have a plan for me. And although I don't have a partner in crime at this point in my life, one day I will.
No, you won't.
Let's talk dating as a single mom. I get this question all the time. Tips, advice, your experience. Are you seeing anyone? How's that going? And I would love to be able to give advice and tips on how that's going, but it's not going. Because as a single mom, our standards about fucking triple prior to. I already had high standards, and then now you bring my daughter into the thing, and like no one's good enough, right? On top of standards, time. As a single mom, we have little to no me time. So if I'm going to invest the small amount of me time I have into someone else and you fucking waste it, done. And on top of them not being shit, they don't fucking know how to communicate. My 2-year-old toddler has the capability to tell me what she does or does not want, does or does not like, and how she's feeling. But some way, grown-ass men are not able to use their big boy words to communicate. Weird. Moral of the story is I am not your girl if you want advice. I can tell you what not to do. I can tell you the men not to go for, but that's basically all I've learned over the last couple years.
Good luck with that.
Sorry, lady, but nobody wants to take that deal. No amount of cuddles is going to suffice marrying you because you are struggling to pay bills. You are a strong, independent woman after all. You don't need no man.
You are a strong, independent woman.
I cannot describe to you how uncomfortable I felt listening to the screeching sounds that came out of her mouth. I am surprised any man tried to talk to her to begin with. Listening to her is another level.
It's like nails on a chalkboard to me.
She mentioned that she may not be in touch with her sexuality enough. I doubt that. She's probably had her back blown out by countless Chads and Tyrones. It's probably her personality, as she said, and credit to her for acknowledging that she is the common denominator, but I doubt the universe is going to help her.
If the fucking universe agrees.
Real men of genius.
Real men of genius.
Usually the women who buy into the feminism bullshit of I don't need no man, get their wake-up call once they either become single working mothers. They stop getting any attention from most men, either sexual or romantic. They finally realize that their career is simply a job and nothing more. It doesn't make them special, unique, or amazing. Ending up bitter, overworked, and constantly trying to prove that you don't need a man isn't worth trying to prove you're better at being strong and independent. Women who reject feminism recognize and embrace that they'll always desire a strong masculine man in their life who has the same vision and values they have, and that their maternal instincts are better served being a mother instead of being a single mother on purpose. Feminism has established an orthodoxy for women. Forget all about traditional gender roles. Dress any way you want. Do anything you want. Speak any way you want. Go to college. Get a job. Make a career for yourself. Treat men as your enemies. Not all women want those things. Some women actually like men. Some of them want to get married and have families. They don't want a career. They are proud of their ability to create a warm and loving home for their husbands and their children. They don't want to live a bitter, lonely existence filled with regrets and cats. Those women are shunned by the feminist community. They violate the orthodoxy, which in leftist terms is the ultimate apostasy. Those women have nothing to gain from feminazism. Modern feminism is probably the most insidious thing that the world has ever seen, because it keeps telling women how bad they have it, while at the same time blinding those exact same women to the rights and liberties that they already enjoy. First-wave feminism, which advocates for equality of opportunity, no. Modern feminism, which denigrates traditional families, yes. Modern feminism encourages young women to do two things that stop them from finding good men to marry and grow old with. One is putting career before family. Modern feminism tells women that they are worthless if they don't have a career. So they spend their prime marrying years in college, putting off marriage and family. By the time they become established and independent, they are already nearing the end of their fertility, and marriage-minded men are harder to find. The second is making these women act like alley cats. Women are being told they can sleep with as many men as they wish, and it won't affect their future marriage prospects. This is not true. High-value men value youth, beauty, fertility, and virginity. They seek out a wife with the highest sexual market value. A woman with a body count cannot expect to pair with a high-value man because he has better options available. She can choose from lower-value men, but those are unattractive to her. If she does settle for a low-value man, it is only because her clock is running out. Since she was never attracted to him in the first place, she would cheat on him. After the divorce, she will discover that the pool of potential partners is even smaller than it was before. Modern feminism is putting women on a path to no man's land. There ain't no men there. For the ardent feminist who is perfectly happy without a man, this is not a problem. But for the woman who thought she could have it both ways, the future is filled with wine, cats, prescription antidepressants, and watching reruns of Sex and the City alone. The irony is that modern feminism would have the world believe that the patriarchy is the most evil organization ever to exist, when in fact, one of the most evil organizations in this modern world is modern feminism. I never was a feminist, and never will be. When looking at a problem a group of people are facing, it's best to approach it in a reasonable way, without attaching ideology behind it. Do women have problems in society? Okay, let's fix them. Do men have problems too? Let's fix that too. Do children have problems? Same. Hardly anyone will call themselves a masculinist or a childrenist because he helps these groups of people. There are people who prefer helping children, women, men, and minorities. No need to attach ideologies behind this because it leads to modern anti-intellectual and regressive feminism, which is far from an equality movement. Feminism has destroyed society. It pushes women to divorce their husbands, to have children out of wedlock, to raise children on their own, and into slavery. Feminism never liberated women. It only made them into slaves to totalitarianism. The rise of feminism has caused the rise of totalitarianism in the United States. Women are supposed to have children and raise them. The women's equality movement has pushed women to attempt to be equal to men and has effectively tried to play God and erase gender boundaries, leading to all this garbage. Part of the LGBTQ garbage is because of women's equality. When you erase boundaries between genders, you end up with men trying to identify as women, and vice versa. Feminism coincides with abortion, population control, eugenics, and sterilization. Because when we are telling women to stop having children, this is what happens. Population control, totalitarianism. Feminism stopped being about women's rights, and more about hating men and pushing LGBTQ stuff. At this point, they talk more about trans rights than women's rights. All I see from them is all men are rapists, trans women are women, and them demanding to erase women from all spaces. Now mothers are birthing parents. Biological females who identify as women, aka just women, are now called menstruators, if they menstruate, and birthing bodies if they give birth. Breastfeeding is now chest feeding. Arrant nonsense. Anyway, that's all for today on Manhood. Don't forget to smash the like and subscribe buttons, and also click on the notification bell to be the first to know when I drop a new video. If you find value in my videos, you can show your support through PayPal or Cash App. The links are in the description. See you next time. Cheers.